Hey guys, it's Vanya and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I have posted on my bookstagram for my bookstagram friends to choose my October TBR. October is literally next week, which is so crazy to me, but yeah, so I've posted like 5 different stories on my bookstagram for my friends, all of my bookstagram friends, to choose which books I should read in the month of October. So, the first option was between Babel or The Secret History. Both of these books are books that I've always wanted to read. Both revolves around dark academia, and I feel like October fall season is the perfect time to read one of these books. So, those are like the options for the first one, and the result is Babel won. It's literally like just a couple people difference, but Babel won, so I will be reading Babel as the first book in my October TBR. The second option is between A Tempest of Tea or A Fate Inked in Blood, and I don't know if I've mentioned this in my YouTube channel before, but on my book talk and bookstagram I've talked about The Bridge Kingdom so much. I love Daniel L. Jensen's writing so much, so I really wanted to read A Fate Inked in Blood because it is also one of the books that I've put in my 24 books for 2024 list. So this is one of my anticipated release of this year. But I've also heard so much good things about A Tempest of Tea. So I feel like either of the books that have been picked by all of my friends, I will definitely enjoy it. So, yep. And this is the result. Surprisingly, A Tempest of Tea won by a lot. So, A Tempest of Tea is the second book that I will be putting in my October TBR. And the third options are between The Prison Healer or The Serpent and the Wings of Night. And I've like put these two together because both of them are like fantasy series, and both of them I've been hearing a lot of really good things about, and I've heard so many people that have read these series like love them so much. So I'm so excited to read both of these series, but let's see the result and which one wins. Oh! The Serpent and the Wings of Night won by a whole lot more. So yeah, that will be the third book that I will be putting into my October TBR. And I will be reading like all of the other books that don't get chosen, but maybe just not in the month of October. It will still be there on my TBR list. The fourth options for my October TBR are between The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston and Last Chance Books by Kelsey Rotke. And the thing is, I've been wanting to read like The Dead Romantics for so long because I've read other Ashley Poston's books. Like I've read The 7 Year Slip, loved it. I read A Novel Love Story because I got an arc of that book and it was so good. Although I would still say that The 7 Year Slip is still my favorite books of her. So I've been so excited to read The Dead Romantics because I think this came out even before The 7 Year Slip came out. So I'm so excited to read this. And also Last Chance Book has been on my TBR list for so long that I feel like this is probably a good time to maybe read it in the month of October. So I put them like opposite of each other, and this is the result. So many of my bookstagram friends recommend me to read The Dead Romantics, so I will read that book in the month of October, and I will also like post like a review for all of the books that I will be reading on my bookstagram. So on my bookstagram I normally did like a full review for every books that I've read, and that will be like 4 or 5 paragraphs. So if you want my like full review of books that I've read, go to my bookstagram because I'm better with written words than like spoken words in terms of like reviewing books. So yeah, that will be the fourth book that will be on my October TBR. And the last one, I'm only making 5 because I don't know if I can help myself accountable to read like all of these books, because I am working a full-time job, so it will be hard to find the time to read every single day. So let's finger crossed I can like go through all of the books that I've mentioned in this video, like actually read them. But the last and final options for my October TBR are between I Hope This Doesn't Find You by Anne Liang or Picking Daisies on Sundays. Both of these books I've heard so many good things about, and I've seen like book quotes from both of these books on Book Talk, and that really makes me want to read the book. So that's kind of the reason why I put them like together in this options. And I've read one book by Anne Liang, which is This Time It's Real. Really liked it because it was like such a fun read, and I love her writing, so I would want to read like more of her books. For Picking Daisies on Sundays, I haven't seen the other book from the author, so this will be like my first book of the author if I do read it. But there's this one quote from the book that I've seen on Book Talk, and that single quote made me want to read the book, hence why it's on the option. But here's the result. I Hope This Doesn't Find You wins by like a small number, so I will be putting I Hope This Doesn't Find You on my October TBR. So those are the books that won on the poll that I put on my bookstagram. To recap everything, so in October I will be reading Babel, A Tempest of Tea, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, The Dead Romantics, and I Hope This Doesn't Find You. So those are the 5 books that I will be reading in the month of October. Thank you to all of my bookstagram friends that have voted on these polls, because this would not happen without like your support. If you want to participate in like future monthly TBR picking polls, make sure to go to my bookstagram account and give me a follow. I will follow you back. Like if you're making books content, I will follow you back. If I don't, just DM me and I will follow you back. But yeah, those are the books that I will be reading in the month of October. I will let you know how that goes once October ends. So let's hope that I stick to this TBR. But yeah, thanks for watching. This was really fun to do. And yeah, I will see you next week. Bye!